Right, let's talk about why SMBs are being targeted here. Now, according to the Verizon DBIR 2025 reports, SMBs are 4 times more likely to get targeted. Now, I have been working in this industry for almost 2 decades and primarily serving enterprise and mid to and SMB customers as well. Now, SMBs, I personally think they get targeted because there's not much enforcement, there's not like consistency, there are fewer compliance pressures on SMBs. There are fewer formal audits, fewer internal initiatives taken by the SMBs to basically up their security. Right now, this creates gap, like for example, partial MFA coverage, too much reliance on vendors, simply slapping a tool which is managed by a third party to basically expect that it to do everything for you. Also, I would say that there is lack of coverage. So, for example, attackers are waiting for opportunities after hours, on holidays, extended holidays, and things like that. And SMBs usually do not have enough coverage or enough plan to be able to respond to any security or cyber incidents as they happen. Now, the attackers, they usually choose the least path of resistance, and basically these create, these gaps create low friction access, right? So let's talk about why some of the cyber initiatives they fail in the SMBs. Now, the it's not because lack of tools or if the tools are missing, it's about the governance, it's about the operating model. I think the operating model is usually missing. So, for example, tools get added over time. Now, as you must have seen in your company, there are so many new tools that are being added over the course of time. But the process to triage, escalate, and respond, it's not scaling. I mean, the assumption is that, okay, we have been following a process, let's continue to do that. But guess what? Now we have a new data center. Now we have a new presence in Azure or AWS. How do we take care of that? Also, there are lots of blind spots, I would say, like I mentioned earlier, when you're talking about the coverage over the weekends or, on holidays, that is a problem. And that is a real problem because, for example, in most SMBs, my personal experience is we usually deal with like one technical contact. Hey, that's our main security guy. What if that individual is on an extended vacation or a leave or is out of country? How do you make sure that you have a backup plan? How do you know who to call in time of crisis or in time of incidents? So when something happens, if the roadmap or the rules are not defined, like in your internal escalation matrix, decision makes the entire decision matrix gets slow. And as you're taking time to make decision, the impact grows. The impact of the threat, the downtime, and the losses that you're seeing.